Oh, did we appease the goose? Are you goose happy? Oh, I won't call you the proper term because it's also a slur. Goose, you know, goo girls. German goo girls. That's what you are, goose. German goo girls. Hey, you chose the spelling and the pronunciation, buddy. You chose to align yourselves with Mussolino's. Because apparently, if I put his name in the title, it goes. Keep the shades down and the doors locked. Fort Knox, keep the floor mopped. I'm a warlock. Trying to keep a secret while I'm sneaking out the door. Cause people might be sleeping, but I'm freaking out for more. So apparently, we have proven again that we do, in fact, outrank civilian municipal police officers insofar as if I'm not committing a crime and what they're doing is not investigating a crime, it's police business. If I tell them to move, they gotta move. Yeah, we proved it again. Pulling a gun on a U.S. NPC could be the dumbest thing you could do. Trying to pretend you're a gangster and say, "Yo, I got a gun" to a U.S. NPC and then running away and calling the cops. Oh, the dumbest thing you do. You'll notice I'm here. Yeah, I'm not in jail. Okay, they took the knife I was using. This ride, it broke. It broke, and then they took it. It's like 50-cent knife, like $2 for this fucking thing. I'm cutting the brush away from a fire plug. This is hilarious. I got that. This morning, where are you going?
Maximum harm. Listen to what the mother of one of the dead had to say.
I don't even just her.
I decided to forgive you with that
I
time.
don't give a fuck about that. Are you retarded? That's not a part of your deal. We're going to roll you into our religion and make it so it's okay to kill our people because we're all martyrs. Nothing to do with Islam. Nothing. The forgiveness part, nor the other. No, none of it. So this idiot's, when I'm cutting a brush away from a fire plug, because there's a spot where if an old lady's trying to walk around the corner, some junkie could jump her. And the fire plug's all covered up with brush. Yeah, that would normally be cut away in the spring, wouldn't it? It's August. It hasn't been cut away. It's pretty obvious what I'm doing. It takes a while to do. I'm doing it like 30, 45 minutes, and I get something in my eye. It's pure fluke. He couldn't have set this up. I got something in my eye like a spider web or something. I'm going like this. Fuck, I'm stepping out in the road or something. But there's no traffic. It's 2 in the fucking morning. This pussy hole comes marching right up to me. Because he thinks I can't see. I can see. I got one hand to my eye. I take 2 steps back. Turn the fuck off. He sees the knife. Keeps walking as if there was no reaction at all. Because he's robbed a lot of people. And if you almost were about to do it at the last second, if you would have run away, that'd be obvious. You walk away. I stand there, watch it. He goes all the way to the corner. He turns back, standing. Yeah, pussy. I'm right here, and I'm running up so I can see you. I'll go back to what I'm doing. A couple minutes later, however long it takes me to get to the other side of the building and come back, I guess. He's got a phone. Believe this or not, it looks exactly like this. He's tall like me, too. Outside of that, there's not much similarity. Tall and skinny. He's some crackhead, and he would tell you he's black, but I promise you, one of his parents is talking to him. He cannot get sickle cell. He cannot join my game. Oh, and 3 of the cops were white, and the 4th one was 3/4 white. Thank you. So anyway, this pussy comes back 5 minutes later. When I turn around, I've got here, this will be my knife. I got a knife in this hand. Oh, hold on a second. This will also be my sticks. Here. This will be my knife. I got a bunch of sticks and leaves on them in this hand and a knife. I turn around, the guy's like, he's like, get it. He's like, oh, can I ask you what you're doing, dog? Let me ask you what you're doing, dog. It's a fucking look-looking dog, cutting away the brush from the fire plug. He's like, okay, puts the phone. Okay, because I got a gun and you threatened me over there with a knife and I'm not going to come out of the... I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? I start walking towards you. Go, oh, because you threatened me with a knife. Buddy, I'm working with a knife. You fucking say you got a gun. Oh, I got something. I came out of the house with something. Yeah, this idiot is bragging about having a gun. He went like this with his hand in his shirt. Calls the cops. The cops are not telling, no, he doesn't have a gun. Oh, you searched this whole house and everything? Because the pussy just tried to rob me twice. And tried to pretend like somehow I was robbing him, and he's got the camera to take a picture of me and take the This is how things happen. Somebody ends up in jail, and they go, oh, well, there's a knife saying there's a weapon saying there's proof he was doing it. The victim ends up in jail. This piece of shit is a crackhead. How do I know? Because he's skinny like me, but he ain't got sickle cell because he's not black. He's less than half black. He cannot get sickle cell. And that's not based on halves and fractions, percentages. You need 2 black parents, dummy. And both of them have to have 2. One of them, they have to have 1 black parent each.
Reasons for leaving the White House, saying it is completely my voice and my choice.
This woman, you don't want to agree with white supremacists, British influence compared to some Australians. Yeah, a man's face. Anyway, so the cops show up screaming at me to get on the ground while I'm fucking putting like stuffed animals on a fucking shrine. Oh yeah, you can see my work all around. Oh, these are the neighborhood's finest. We know everything that goes on. Nothing happens without our say-so. When I tell the man about the man on Nero, he's getting mad, kicking the tires of his truck and stuff. It's not his truck. He's the second guy in the second car. That's how bad it is. The 3/4 white Chinese guy. Oh, at the end, that guy's trying to play hard too. At the end, when I'm telling him to go, and the 2 of them are getting in, no, I'm not going to tell them that. Yes, you will. He's like, oh, Raphael, so go over there. And the Chinaman coming up like he's going to come do some kung fu. So I'm stepping back. Okay, let's see you do it then. USMPC. I'm a peace officer. You're going to catch a serious case out of this shit. He sags his head down. He frowns and walks away. I'm not exaggerating or dramatizing. These pussy holes are all gay. Okay, because here's what happened. The Pussy Palace raids and all sorts of other shit, buggery was a crime until like 1999 or some shit. There were 2 different ages of consent for homosexual activity and heterosexual. There's some shit, all sorts of crazy shit up in this bitch. They are mad that I won't have sex with them because, oh, you look like a white boy. Oh, you're one of us. No, I'm not. Oh, you don't know what you are because we made sure you don't know what. Yes, I do. Well, that's not true because your dad is this and your mom's this and we made it that way. No, you didn't. You're not in charge of shit. Raphael Loso. Yeah, it's a fake name. You combine 2 of them together when his dad came from the Third Reich or whatever other. Italia. How come I can speak Italian and he can't? Anyway.
8%. And then Tesla, that stock moved above $2,000
So we're
a share
reporting
last
Officer
week, and
Raphael
it
Loso
closed
in a
above
few
that mark
minutes.
on Friday.
And Officer
But
Nyneteen
perhaps
for
more
crushing my
notable,
chest
it goes
and
into
depriving me
today
of my
more
box cutter.
valuable than Walmart.
Yeah, they're
With
not.
a market
There's
cap
no
of
business touching it.
$382
I could have
billion
got it back
versus
if I hadn't gotten
Walmart's
over there.
$372 billion.
Oh,
And
yeah,
guess
this goes
what?
back to the
Shares in
time next
Tesla in
watch.
pre-market trade higher by 3%. Now, U.S. markets overall poised for a higher open. This after the S&P and the NASDAQ closed at
honestly got
records
something
on
more that
Friday.
came from my house.
It's going to update the numbers.
No,
So
I'm
Dow
saying I
futures
was
right
going
now
to my
by
house. I
211,
was going
S&P
home.
futures up by
Okay, what's it
22,
got to do with you stepping on
NASDAQ
me?
futures up
You
by
stepped, yeah.
104. As
Because I
far
took 2
as
steps
the
back
US
and you
goes,
took
the
2
US
steps forward.
president
So there
announcing
was always
last
2
night
meters.
the Food and
But he
Drug
stepped.
Administration is getting
And then he saw the
emergency
knife
approval
and
for
turned
the
on a
use
dime
of
and walked up the middle of the
plasma
road.
from
Really?
recovered
You were going to walk up
coronavirus
the middle of the
patients.
road like you
It
always
is
do.
worth noting here the
Bullshit.
treatment, though, has not been proven by
He's going to
scientific
turn his back
trials.
to that
On
entrance up
Bay
First
Street,
Street.
the
No, he wouldn't. If he
TSX
lived
coming
there,
off
no, he
a
wouldn't.
loss on
Hit by
Friday,
fucking
although
garbage
it
truck
did
the
see a
first day.
slight gain on the week. It's still about 1,400
Do it
points
3
from
times
its
in one day.
all-time
You'll give me
high.
a fucking.
Gold right now up by $7, 1954. We've got oil higher by 32 cents, 42.66, and the Canadian dollar up by 12,100, 76.01 cents US. I'm Chris McCusker. Business continues
Why
at
was my chest
26
crushed? Why was
and
that box cutter
56
removed without a
or anytime
receipt
at
being given?
680news.com.
Oh, it's all on camera, you
You
dumb
went from Lexington
cocksuckers.
Green Monday to become Friday. And
Even
the
me
next season of your
ordering you
favorite
back,
series.
that's the thing.
But
You
one
were
thing
trying to
you
be
don't
all
have to
super
wait
cool
for
and
is the
make it
Hyundai
look like.
Factory Authorized Clear Out.
Yeah, but trying to make it make it look like I was refusing to clear the road. Pedestrians aren't required to clear the road, no matter what. No, they're not. They have to be blocking the road first. The road's there for me, stupid. That's the whole purpose of the road. That's why the roads are paid for by people that live here. And no, I'm not talking taxes. The road is literally a subdivided portion of everybody's property.
And the bank is not an option. Click or call Prudent
We
Financial.
all have an easement against each other's property. That's how that works,
We
stupid.
lend to home or car owners.
I told them to clear the road. If they start idling away real slow,
No proof of income
wait for me to
required. We
fall
also
out.
work with
Why would I do that?
self-employed
You're
and
going
lower
right, I
credit
turn around.
scores.
If you fucking stop and back up and didn't clear after that, that's you violating the law.
Click. Just one click. PrudentFinancial.net.
Jill Taylor's latest forecast heat warning continues for
Yeah,
Toronto and the
YouTube don't
GTA
like me
just
putting
for one more day, though.
certain names in.
High today and even
How did it know
30
those
degrees.
two
It will feel
names?
like 38 with that humidity.
The other cop's name is
Down to
Nyneteen.
20
Yeah,
tonight.
he's trying to pretend he's a
The high
brown
tomorrow
guy.
27, and again
He's
we
like
could see some
Greek,
showers
Portuguese, and
or
Italian
some
with a
isolated
Japanese thing.
thunderstorms
Get the
moving
fuck
this
out of here, you
afternoon.
pussy old clown.
This is CFTR AM Toronto. I'm Mitch Berg at the Double Tones.
He's suntan.
It is
That act like
5:30.
he's a person of color. The other, the one was a nerdy type white boy. He stayed at the back the whole time, laughing his ass off the whole fucking time because he knows everything I said is true. They're trying to get madder and madder and madder when he realizes he doesn't have some inherent superior claim to the land. He's been told about South Africa, where Asians are considered better than blacks, but not as good as whites unless they're mixed with whites. And then they can be the police of the blacks. So he's pissed off to find out. Not only do I outrank them, it's in what he considers a foreign country. They consider Canada, U.S. a foreign country to Canada. Here's the problem. The United States don't recognize Canada's existence. The consulate been here since 1864. Everything I point out that I'm working on it, they're longer than your country. Your authority don't exist.
The Democrats are
Oh,
gone.
your
Now
city,
it's the Republicans' turn.
City of
I'm
Toronto,
Alex Stone,
whatever.
ABC
Go down to
News in
Parkville, I can
Washington.
say,
A
Village
preview of the
Parkville. Look around,
RNC
find the city of
coming
Toronto
up.
sign, you won't
Despite
find it.
losing
They
Kyle
also
Lowry
Village
for most of the
Parkville.
game, the Raptors are able to sweep the Nets.
Same
with
year
a
that's on
big
the
win
fucking
last
water
night.
valves.
Sports at 45.
U.S. markets futures moving higher to start the week, coming off records, and Canadian bank earnings start rolling in tomorrow. Business at 56.
680 News Time, 5:31.
It's time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Good morning, Helena
January,
Volta.
February,
Good
March,
morning, Sarah
April,
and
May,
Steve.
June.
We're looking at one volume
July,
delay on the
August.
westbound 401 from Jamestown Parkway to West of it
It
due to
always
single
takes
lane
8.5 weeks to
construction.
get
Only the
boarded.
left lane is open through there.
Every
And the
13 weeks, you have to wait
Jamestown
8.5 weeks to get the total. That don't make sense.
We still have the eastbound
You're
Finch
not
Ramp
on
to the
that
northbound
fucking 3 month.
400 reported as
Talking
closed
about?
for some construction, and the northbound
That's
427
not
ramp to
banking. It's a
Ralph from
company
another
pretending to
closure
be a
for
bank.
work there. Westbound QEW approaching Dixie. We've had a stalled vehicle in the right lane for quite a while. It's still
Yeah, I
there,
think
and it
that
still isn't causing any delays.
That's it.
Next traffic report at 5:41 with the forecast.
I found beer cans on the school property. The problem is I was all there. Oh,
Continues for Toronto and
motherfucker's not
parts of
good
the
with salt
GTA,
bins.
mainly the West End. Slight chance of showers or
You know, the
isolated
bins
thunderstorms
with
this
salt or
afternoon.
sand or whatever,
Higher
you
chance
just sit there all year, but in the winter you
Right
eat them.
now it
Some
feels like
motherfucker knocked them
28
over. I
to
don't know how
about
to take them back
31
up.
with the humidity. It's 22 degrees, mainly clear in Pearson. 23
They're
at
full
680
salt.
News.
Both full.
Our
I need a
guaranteed
third
high,
one. I
30.
had a shovel. I
680
got a
News
shovel.
Time, 5:32.
I had a third one. I could
Aaron
shovel the
O'Toole
salt
is the new
into.
leader of the federal conservatives after party members narrowly voted him in over Peter MacKay, who had been the perceived frontrunner. The Durham MP's first major task will be to guide the party through a confidence vote next month in the House of Commons.
Oh, we got third on you, pussy hole. You people just fucked up. Like, he'd have been better with Mackey. Because everybody knows he's a retard trying to rip you off. If you voted for him anyway, we'd all assume, well, they must have some kind of thing going on.
57% on the final ballot.
You just
O'Toole
proved
toppled his rival by
you
picking
elected
up
a
secondary
Durham
support from
MP.
candidates Leslyn Lewis and Derek Sloan, who
It's
didn't
not
make the
related
cut
to
in
Jack
earlier
and
rounds.
Becky.
In his first speeches,
Oh, that's
O'Toole
MPP
introduced
versus
himself to the
MPP
country.
versus
Good morning.
It's the same
I'm
family
Aaron O'Toole.
bullshit.
I want you to know from the start that I'm here to fight for you and your
And
family.
the
lawyer
only
and
thing the
former
cops
member of the Air
said,
Force was
he says,
first
but
elected in 2012
you're
and was a
not,
minister in the
you're
Harper
not a
government.
civilian police
O'Toole wants
officer.
to unify his
Right,
party,
yes,
make it more
I'm not here to
inclusive, and
enforce
already has his
civilian
focus
laws.
on his next
That would be
fight.
the second time
Still
someone has had to
needs
be
more
warned
Canada.
that the
It just
civilian
needs less
police
Justin
can
Trudeau.
arrest
He's
them,
targeting the Prime
but
Minister
I
with
won't
the
arrest
possibility of
them.
an election this fall.
I have
The
nowhere to
victory
take
for
prison.
O'Toole was not without
I
drama.
will
The results
incapacitate
came after
you
a
and leave you there.
6-hour delay.
And I
That was
mean
thanks to an
permanently.
envelope
You will
opening
never
machine
raise
that
a finger to
sliced
my
and
people
damaged
again.
thousands of ballots, forcing
Of course,
party
you all trying to
officials
sell drugs
to
and carry
undo
guns
voting
with a
cards.
Micmac
Cormac
child
makes way
bids.
Parliament Hill.
The choice of O'Toole as
Oh,
leader
I just
came
called
as a
out
bit of a
all the.
surprise.
Hey,
It
YouTube,
appears
you could have let me
conservative
put the
members
names
are
of the two
looking
cops
for
as the
more
title. I would
stability
have left
after
the
he
Micmac
campaigned
part
to
out
keep
of
the
it.
party close
That's
to
right,
its true
goose.
blue
You
fundamentals.
German glue girls. That's how you pronounce it, right? Goose,
Now
right?
with reaction to the win. Good
Anyway,
morning,
I
Jamie.
keep finding them on Google. It's called
Sarah,
Gull
the third
Power.
time proves to be
Gull,
the charm
'cause it's
for Aaron
a
O'Toole
misspelling
after
of
two
gull.
failed attempts.
Gulls
He took a
always eating
third run at the
garbage.
conservative
Goo
leadership
gulls.
and won this time
German
on the
Goo girls.
third
And she
ballot.
runs this
And
fucking
unlike
this
Peter
thing right here.
MacKay, who came in
That's why
second,
no one black
O'Toole
from Canada
already
ever
has
gets
a seat in the
paid for
House of
this.
Commons
Ever.
for when Parliament
Drake's not
resumes.
black.
He's a member of Parliament for Durham Region, and
You
that
know,
is
we're
going to
supposed
be
to
a
be Parliament, I
very big deal,
realize.
according
Like,
to
he's not
our
black, he's
political
half white.
affairs specialist, John
His
Stark.
mom cashed all his paychecks wrong. When did he make his money? Oh, babe, my mom said, no, you weren't. The pedophile that used to fuck you in the ass behind the set said you didn't know any kids or any adults that didn't work for him. That's who was paying your mom's rent. You are just a piece of livestock your mother owned because she's white and you're not. Oh, I'm sorry. A piece of property your mother owned because she's your mother and you're a child in Canada. Yeah, I just put that into the
And for
fucking
the
hurt your
leadership
feelings, bro.
campaign, he appeared to take a page from
Make
U.S.
you feel black
President
for a
Donald
second, but
Trump's
you're not.
call to make America great again by
You
adopting
are
the
white. You
pledge
can't
to
get sickle
take
cell, bro.
Canada
That's
back.
white. If you
Oh,
can't
cool.
get
We'll
sickle
have to make
cell,
some
you
quick
are
choices
officially white.
on who will be
There's
in
a
his
version
inner
for
circle,
every race
while
but
also
white people.
finding a place for Leslyn Lewis,
This is
the first woman of color.
No, she's not. So that's a different.
Cementing the power of social conservatives within the party.
Well, anyway, that's the other thing. This fucking cop trying to. Why? You know, they try to argue at everything. Say confuse you. I am USNPC. I do have sickle cell while I'm not out in the daytime. I am First Nations on my land. Oh, if you want to be, you can be black if you want to be. Oh, sickle cell isn't something black people get. No. White people can get it too. It's an iron deficiency. And he starts to ask me questions. What he's really doing is trying to trip me into proving that I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Because he asked me about, like, what do I do for my immune system? And when I start trying to tell him, the only question that was important was, is your immune system covered? So that means your immune system covered. I say my immune system, I'm considered to be immune compromised. He's trying to trip me up. And he's not black. He's been here 17 years, apparently, in this division. He says, how come I don't know? Because them 25-year veterans that just retired told him not to fucking come near me. And he did not tell this Raffaello soul moron. Hey, the Chinaman cop was smart enough to stay far enough away that I couldn't read his thing. I didn't bother trying to read his name tag. The Italiano's like, I'm going to get up in your face. I'm going to be right behind you, grinning over your shoulders. Yeah, why? Is it like mimic raping me? Like, is that... No, I'm being dead serious. They're always getting behind me, making comments about my dick. Raphael also got it's not a weapon. It's not a weapon. No, it's not. Najee's telling buddy, shut up. He's right. It's not always considered a weapon. He's got a busted knife in his hand, trying to convince. Could I hurt somebody with this? No, you can't do fuck all. So if you try to hurt somebody, you have to hold them down. We argue back and forth 3 times. You would have to hold them down, 2 arms, and the 3rd arm to saw away at them. He goes, yeah. That's what he said. Yeah, it's on the police video. I'm not paying you $5 for it. I'm getting you in so much trouble, the whole world's going to see the video, stupid. You fucking crushed my back and my lungs knowing I have sickle cell. I said, you know I have sickle. Oh, I don't have anything. Oh, you can't see my legs? I can't see anything. Shining a flashlight on me. We're surrounded by streetlights that work because the gangbangers cleaned the garbage out of that part because Holly Jones died there. This piece of shit knows it's the Holly Jones. Do you normally clean the garbage at the Holly Jones Park? Fucking ignorant question is that? Nigga, can you not see what I'm wearing? You're telling me you worked my neighborhood 17 years. I'm interrogating you to find out what you know. You don't know nothing. So we're going to report both their asses in a minute. We got to do it fast because there's only 20 minutes left on the shift. The cool part is, it's all one division now. I need to speak to Nanji's CEO, please.
Sorry, who?
Nanji. He told me he works 11 division, didn't he?
Okay, 1 second.
No, we're not answering right now. I didn't ask to be put on hold. The question was, can I speak to his CEO? The correct response was no. You fucking retard white girl.
To the pre-registration phone survey.
Guerrero's actually this or that. Where's it come from?
Plan,
War
$30 million in funding
Italiano. Thank you. That's all it means.
366 teachers to lower those elementary class sizes. They also voted to move the first day of
James
school to
Zanetto.
September 15th
Guerrero.
with a staggered entry.
Gorillo.
The course will be mandatory for all staff and students.
You're listening to 680 News. It's 5:39. A woman is fighting for her life in hospital after she was struck by a vehicle in Mississauga. This happened at Winston Churchill and College Way at 9:45 last night. Peel police say the vehicle involved did stay at the scene. And
I'm sorry, this is Nanji CO.
Who is this, sorry?
This is Nanji CO,
CO, what do you mean CO?
commanding officer.
No, I'm not a commanding officer. Who's this?
I'm trying to reach Officer Nanji's commanding officer.
Okay, I'm Officer Nanji. How can I help you?
Well, since you're the one that broke the law today and I'm trying to report, why was I forwarded to you? I need your CO, bro.
Okay, well, you can speak to my staff sergeant. I'll put him through here, but you can call
Is that your CO?
my staff.
You want me to call back and ask for Guerrero, right?
No, yeah, you can speak to my staff sergeant, okay?
Your staff sergeant. It's not yours. He's the precinct's or the division's staff sergeant. Yeah, that's not who I asked to talk to. That's not who I asked to talk to, bro.
Okay, all right, call back to 11 division and ask to speak to staff sergeant.
That's not what I'm asking for, bro. Who's your CO? You're required to tell me your CO since I outrank you.
So when you call the front desk, ask to speak to staff.
Who is your commanding officer?
That's my staff sergeant, sir.
No, it's not.
Call
That's
in
not
and
what
division,
that's.
ask to speak to staff sergeant. Okay?
That's the person that keeps track of prisoners at the station for the shift. That's not what I'm asking, bro.
No, he's in charge of the station. The staff sergeant.
But I'm not asking who's in charge of the station. I'm asking who your direct superior officer
Very carefully,
is.
sir. I'm going to tell you one more time, okay? You call back 11 division at the front desk and ask for the OIC, who is the staff.
Who is your commanding officer? Sir! Police Services Act. He just committed a third offense. He just committed a third offense.
Please officer, speak clear.
Yeah, we got a problem. Your Officer Nanji just committed another offense, and I asked for his CO, not him. So I don't know what game you're trying to play. If you keep putting your hands on my men taking their property, there's going to be a problem. We're trying to report this shit properly, and you keep playing games. Who is Nanji CO? Who is Rafaeloso CO? Who is Rafaeloso and Nanji CO?
Right, you want the officer in charge?
No,
I don't know what.
no, that's not what I'm asking. Commanding officer, the direct commanding superior officer to Rafaeloso and Nanji.
Okay, 1 second.
No, I asked who they are. It's shift change right now. They're getting mad because they all want to take shits and stuff. He's not supposed to be. He's not supposed to be there. He's supposed to be out patrolling.
It's 11 division. Can
Okay.
you please hold?
Can you stop hanging up on me? I asked you a question and you put me on. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm not accusing you of anything, honey. It's recorded. This is all being recorded. This is all.
You're gonna need to hold.
I'm not asking for a supervisor. I'm not asking to be directed to anybody. I'm asking you specifically a question, and you forward me back to the same guy I'm accusing of corruption. You accused me. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you at all. I haven't raised my voice. I haven't raised my voice at you at all.
Yes, actually, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have actually.
Really? Because we're recording all this. So you've screamed at me 3 times. I haven't raised my voice at all.
Totally fine. If you want to stop interrupting me.
I haven't interrupted you at all. Okay, you need to understand something about these phones. Hello?
Excuse me?
Hello? Hello? You need to understand something about these phones. If I'm actually the first one talking, it won't play your sound through my earpiece till the sound goes away from my mic. So you yelled over me 3 times after I started because I caught the second half of your sentence 3 times. And we're recording all this. You know that already. 80 seconds that she's already... See why I don't waste my time recording shit all the time? And by that, I'm referring specifically to you officers I've caught twice and told you I'll report you if you do it again. It was 2 different things you did, wasn't it?
CO Barrington.
Yeah, we're getting screamed at by people for no reason. We're trying to get to the bottom of who is the commanding officer of Officer Nanji and Officer Raffaello, so because we need to speak to them about some offenses they're committing.
Okay. Their supervisors are not here anymore, but there's supervisors here that you can speak with.
That's not what I asked. Who are their commanding officers?
They're on a different shift, sir. So
I didn't ask what their shifts were. I asked what their commanding officers were. You're required to tell me. You can't just talk over me and hang up on me over and over, because...
I'm not talking over
No,
you.
you're not, but the last girl did. She screamed at me 3 times, apparently, and I didn't notice till after I stopped talking, because she doesn't know.
Sir?
I want to know the names of Officer Nanji CO and Officer Raffaelloso CO. You understand? I am not on their rank. I will not answer to them or their supervisors. Do you understand that, sir?
I don't understand what you mean by that.
I'm a peace officer.
You're a peace officer?
Yeah, I shouldn't have to say that first. I'd like to know who their commanding officers are, because they're putting their hands on my men, and this needs to be resolved. Because my men will not go peacefully in the night, bro.
Who are you a peace officer for?
Why don't you answer my question first?
I'm just interested. Who are you a peace officer for?
People bigger than you. We outrank you.
Outrank me?
Yes. Well, you as a whole, not just you personally. That's another thing. You Anglos are always saying, I personally didn't. I didn't say you personally. Yous, all of yous.
You're calling me an Anglo?
Yeah, I'm calling you an Anglo because as soon as I said you said I personally didn't. And I'm not talking to you personally. All Anglophones do that. Francos never do that because we have 2 different words for that. I don't know why we're talking about this, bro. Are you going to tell me the commanding officers' names or not?
Good.
It's public information, so I don't know why you're not just telling us.
I'm not even on their shift. I don't even know who their supervisors are.
Why are you answering the phone then?
Pardon?
How are you at the station and answering the phone if you're not on shift? I don't understand, sir. Who is running this police station?
They're not on my shift, so I don't know who their supervisors are.
Bro, you're there now and they're there now. Tell me how they're not on the same shift.
They're not there now. They're done.
They just answered the fucking phone, bro.
Okay, well, then they're still kicking around.
Right, their shift ends at 6. Their shift ends at 6. Does yours run on some other weird schedule other than 6 to 6? Because I don't know why we're talking about this. Can I please have the commanding officers' names for Officer Nanji and Officer Raffaelloso?
Sure, 1 second.
1 second. So the information's right there? No, you're forwarding me to somebody. That's not what I asked. Again, that's not what I asked.
11 Division Sergeant Van Schubert.
Are you the commanding officer for Raffaelloso and Nanji?
I'm sorry?
Are you the CO for Raffaelloso and Nanji?
I am not, but I'm the relieving shift of them. What can I do for you, sir?
You're the relieving shift. That's useless. I need to know the commanding officers' names for Nanji and Raffaelloso, and I've been getting set in circles for about 20 minutes, bro.
Okay, that officer would be Staff Sergeant Eduardo Wolf, but I've relieved him, so now the guy in charge. What can I do for you?
Well, you might not be able to handle it, but those guys are stepping out of turn towards peace officers that are doing their jobs, and our level of peace officers are not civilian police. We won't accept it, so they need to stop. And you can call the Canadian Forces, you can call the Governor General and the General Vance, but guess what? None of them are answering. So it's me you got to deal with, bro. Keep your hands off my men, okay?
Who am I speaking to?
USMPC, bro. Keep your hands off my men. Our consulate been here since 1864. Your country don't exist till 1867. We're serving the people. You are robbing the people. Don't put your hands on my men or all of your informants are going to disappear. You keep revealing your informants to us for some reason. They keep threatening us with guns, but we get beat up by cops. Do you understand what's happening?
Who am I speaking with?
It doesn't matter. There's one of your informants is a crackhead with a gun in Perth Block, waving it at a USMPC performing his duties. 2 of your cops refused to enforce the law and instead beat up that USMPC and took property from him without issuing a receipt. Do you understand the problems we're having here? That crackhead with a gun is going to be deprived of his gun quickly. Do you understand that? You didn't take it from him.
If you're not going to tell me who you are, I can't do anything for you. All right, sir?
Oh, so you're going to let your officers run around blind about to get hit, eh? You're going to let these crackheads run around with guns shooting at my men. You're going to let police authorized deputized crackheads with guns point them at my men. You're serious. You're going to let crackheads with guns deputized point them at my men.
Richard.
Oh, you know who I am? How's that?
Okay.
Who's this?
Doesn't take me long to figure
Who
it
is
out. Right?
this?
I got all this stuff at my disposal.
Oh, somebody I was talking to 5 minutes ago. Somebody I was talking to 20 minutes ago while you were robbing me and not giving a receipt, or were you crushing my check? Who is this?
Where did you work before?
Who is this?
I already identified myself to you.
Well, you do actually, because you intercepted a phone call between two peace officers, and I don't know who you are. So. It's okay. We'll just call headquarters. We'll tell them the whole fucking division's corrupt. You still listening, but you got your mic on mute? Yeah, my phone does that too, stupid. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Sexually assaulted him. Police say they're looking for a man in his 20s, around 6 feet tall, with an average build, a bald head, short beard, and light-colored eyes.
What color skin did he
Police are
have?
searching for 3 suspects after a man was stabbed in an attack in Midtown. The victim, a 44-year-old man who's a resident of the Roehampton Hotel, a temporary homeless shelter, was attacked around 10 o'clock Saturday night in the area of Mount Pleasant and Eglinton. Toronto police say 3 men approached the victim and there was a dispute, and the victim was then stabbed multiple times. One of the suspects was armed with a machete. You can find photos.
You can buy them
of
for
the
$12. The Canadian Tire. They're not illegal. They're for cutting brush.
They're
for cutting sugar cane.
Residents of the Roehampton. And starting today, you can browse and borrow.
That's why there's like so many stereotypes of shit.
Toronto Public Library says as part of their stage 3
Chinese running around with knives, it'll be like that.
Work or study inside.
For quite a long time, they were forced
seating will
to
be
cut
limited.
sugar cane with them
More
things.
services are expected to be reintroduced throughout the fall.
680 news time, 5:51.
It's time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Alina Volka.
Looking at routes like the eastbound 401, everything's looking really good from the west end all the way through to the east end. Not so much on the westbound 401, though, as you head through James Snow Parkway. Single lane construction going on there from overnight, and it still does look a little bit slow through there. Also, the James Snow Parkway ramps to the westbound 401 were closed for construction. We have eastbound Finch ramp to the northbound 400 closed. They're doing some work there. And still, we have on our list the northbound 427 ramp to Rathburn being closed for construction.
I say sickness cells. If you're on medications, I say no. What do you mean medications? Mental health medication.
It's still there. I still see some flashing lights there, but it's not causing any delays.
What do you do for money? So I tell them, because they hate this when I answer. The fucking answer they hate most, ODSP.
One more day with the
Well, how long you been on that? I say it's 20. So it's water, but still. Oh, you want to say, oh, it's not really a state, because that's in the States. That's in the US Army, stupid. Oh, no, that's not a real thing.
Today, 30 will feel like 38. We'll
That's the
clear
guy that just
tomorrow
went
after the morning storm activity, and then becoming less humid for Tuesday, the high 27. Wednesday, noticeably cooler though, sun and cloud, the high only 21. And right now, it feels like 28 at Toronto Pearson. It's mainly clear, 22 degrees there. Feels like 31 downtown. It's a muggy morning, clear and 23 degrees at 680.
I need Eduardo, please.
Sorry, who?
They told me his name was Eduardo, the staff sergeant.
He's not here right now.
He was there 2 minutes ago. He passed the phone to Nanji to fucking avoid being reported for the crime he's committing. He's very corrupt. We're getting to the bottom of this because he tried to rob the wrong person today.
I'm sorry, he's not here right now, though. You'll have to call tomorrow.
That's funny. He was there 60 seconds ago when he hung up the phone.
Okay, well, he's done at 6 o'clock, so...
It's 9:50. It's 5:53.
Okay. Well,
It's 7 minutes too. So he's still in the building. Are you telling me he's shorting the people by leaving early?
No, he's just not going to take your call right now. He's on.
You said he's not here. No, you said 3 different ways he's not here. Now he's not going to take my call. So he's standing next to the phone, like I said, or he's not. Make up your mind. I need to talk to Eduardo. They told me he's a staff sergeant. They just relieved the previous staff sergeant. I need to explain something to you. When you talk to somebody on these phones, it doesn't let us hear you till we're done.
Okay. Please hold.
For who, though? Another mouthpiece white girl. Well, I work at the cop shop, so I'll have you beat up if you don't do what I want. You know how many fucking rape charges these girls put up? Hey, remember the one that worked at that coffee shop for about a week? Oh, would you be able to track that down or not? Oh, we're gonna get you. Sounds like it stole from my beats.
Earnings start rolling in tomorrow.
680 News Time, 5:55.
As schools reopen this fall, the health and safety of students and staff is our top priority.
311. If this is a fire, police, or medical emergency, please hang up and call 911. Your personal information may be required by our divisional partners and representatives working on their behalf to proceed with this request.
Meaning the United
Your
Way.
information is collected under the City of Toronto Act 2006 and Bylaw 878-2004.
Any use you make of my name or phone number is completely illegal because I'm allowed to let anybody use my phone to call 311.
Aggressive behavior, harassment, or coarse language will not be tolerated and may lead to ending the call interaction if necessary. Please listen carefully to the following options as our menu options have changed.
No, the reason they put that as an official thing now is because used to be these white guys go, oh, well, he threatened me, he did this, he did that, and they listen to the recordings and it didn't happen.
For all other inquiries, press 9 or hold for the next available customer service representative. To repeat these options, please press star. Please listen carefully to the following options as our menu options have changed. For property tax and utility bills, press 1. For noise, press 2. For water, press 3. For all other inquiries, press 9 or hold for the next available customer service representative.
If I press start,
To repeat
does it
these
not go
options,
to hold?
please press star.
Okay, we're going to wait and see. If I press start, does it hold? It doesn't count?
All of our customer service representatives are currently assisting other callers.
No, they're not.
Please hold and we will
They're sick
answer
at
your
home.
call as quickly as possible.
With 311,
Please select
they
your
can't
music
seem to do
genre
it from home.
featuring songs from Toronto artists. For rock, folk, and country, press 1.
No.
For hip-hop, soul, and R&B, press 2. For jazz, classical, and world, press 3. For electronic and ambient, press 4. For no music option, press 5.
It's going to be Aubrey. Watch. Well, we're not listening to that. City bus. What's the consulate's phone number again? Son of a bitch. The consulate don't know what we're doing. I made the man shit himself. Along my rounds, I check all sorts of things. The parking garage door was propped open with a piece of paper. Why? Why? So I go through the door, thinking Buddy's going to be there with his gun trying to make a chop or something. I don't believe he lives there at that point. I still don't. Always acting like a pussy hole protecting his house, but it ain't. I don't believe he lives there. It doesn't add up. Oh, I walk as far as the second camera looking. He's not there. Exit. Walk across the street to the park where I'm going to continue cleaning garbage from the park and move the shopping cart. Pussy's hole, grabbing on the glass doors to pull them shut. Like, one of your crackhead friends propped the door open, stupid. Yeah, kneeling on somebody's torso is never a part of the arrest procedure. Oh, the Chinaman cop got mad because I could slipped it. Oh, that's the purview of Chinamen. Except, He's 3/4 white. He can't do it. He can't vote. No, he can't. He's not flexible enough.
Clouds 19 in Ajax. Newmarket, partly cloudy there, 21 degrees. It's clear, and 22 in Brampton. Barrie, a clear sky, and 20. Oshawa, clouds 19. Downtown Toronto right now,
you've got the worst North American English accent I ever heard, bro.
26. The News Watch never stops. 680 News is CFTR AM Toronto. It's 6 o'clock.
Number one for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is 680 News, Toronto.
Here are Steve Roberts and Sarah Parrott.
Well, good morning. This is Monday, the 24th of August.
Good morning. Here's what's making news this hour.
Federal Conservatives pick MP Aaron O'Toole as their new leader. He gets the job in a vote delayed for hours due to damaged ballots.
So who is the new Conservative leader?
A far more authentic and energetic personality than Andrew Scheer.
Aaron O'Toole is in, so now what? Does this mean an election soon?
A section of the Scarborough Bluffs is taped off as another part of the cliff face gives way and comes crashing down.
With just over 2 weeks to go until the first day of class, the Halton District School Board, the latest in the GTA to speak out against the province's back-to-school plan.
Another first for the Raptors, first sweep in franchise history. They take care of Brooklyn, get ready for Boston. The What's Up with Kyle Lowry's Foot Sports at 15.
U.S. futures looking at gains to start the day, while the TSX is looking to bounce back from a losing session, and gold and oil could provide a lift. Business at 26. 680 News Time, 6:01.
Now time for traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by Queensway Hyundai. Let us go to the traffic center. And good morning, Kyle Lockett.
Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Sarah. And this report brought to you by Queensway Hyundai. We do have just one minor issue. It's westbound QEW approaching Dixie. Stolen vehicle blocking the right lane. It's been here for a while, but...
What?
Will be blocked. Usually doesn't cause a delay until a bit later into the morning. We had volume delays on the 401 between James Snow and Highway 25. Looks like both directions, all that construction has now been cleared away. Just waiting for the official word, but all delays are gone in that area. And so far, in terms of volume delays, it's a pretty good start. It's pretty lightly traveled still so far. Queensway Hyundai, get the deal you want with the service you expect, plus don't pay until 2021. Visit queenswayhyundai.ca. Your next report at 6:11 and with the forecast. Here's Jill Taylor.
Good morning, Kyle. Heat warning continues for
Welcome
one
to
more
the
day. Slight chance of
you.
showers and isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. Higher chance of that activity overnight. Right now, feels like 28 to about 31 with the humidity. This afternoon, it'll feel like 38. It's 22 degrees, mainly clear at Pearson. 23 clear at 680 News. Our guaranteed high, 30. 680 News Time, 6:02.
The federal conservatives finally have a new leader, and he is from the GTA. Durham MP Aaron O'Toole has been picked to replace Andrew Scheer.
But as we hear from 680's Parliament Hill reporter Cormac McSweeney this morning, it comes after hours of technical delays.
What an honor. Thank you so much.
Aaron O'Toole claimed victory in the third and final ballot in the early hours of the morning, receiving 57% of the vote and taking out perceived frontrunner Peter MacKay, as well as candidates Leslyn Lewis and Derek Sloan. While O'Toole spent much of his campaign framing himself as a true blue conservative and using combative language against the Liberals, the media, and his main rival, he used his first speech as leader to appeal to a wider audience and make his party more inclusive.
Whether you are black, white, brown, or from any race or creed, whether you are LGBT or straight, whether you are an Indigenous Canadian.
But this one was not without drama. The announcement faced
whether you are an
thanks to an
Indigenous
envelope opening machine that damaged
open it
thousands of
or
ballots,
not,
forcing the
because
party
he's gonna
to
say
try
you're
and fill out
not.
new voting cards. The
I
results
don't like that
were
word
released
Indigenous.
6 hours after originally scheduled. O'Toole now has to focus on unifying his party after a divisive campaign and start preparations for the possibility of a fall election thanks to a throne speech from the Trudeau government. Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill. And of course, there has been a lot of early reaction to Aaron O'Toole's win. Our Jamie Pulford joining us live this morning with some of the social media buzz and other political reaction. Good morning, Jamie.
Yeah, good morning, Steve. And online, many are wondering who this guy is. Well, he's a married father of two. He's a veteran, a former Air Force navigator who became Minister of Veterans Affairs at the tail end of the Harper government.
Oh.
The 47-year-old is already a member of Parliament for Durham Region, and this was his third attempt
So
to
he's
become
not a municipal police. He's out of Durham, but he's not a municipal police officer.
And now the
He's
question
out of
is,
Durham,
what
but he's not a
happens
municipal
now?
police officer.
Will he support the
He's not
Liberal
municipal
minority
politics.
reset when Parliament resumes next
Okay.
month, or force an election with a
We
non-confidence
might
vote?
have some
Our
there.
political affairs specialist John
They didn't
Stahl
tell us
weighs
he
in.
was an
The
Air
real
Force
question now
nothing
is how
10, 20
much more
minutes ago.
likely is Aaron O'Toole able to endear himself to the country than Andrew Scheer was during an election? He has a far more likable personality, which counts for a lot when it comes to electability.
And here's fellow Conservative MP Michael Barrett.
And now with Aaron as the leader of the party, we're all going to come together and work hard to get Canada back on track.
O'Toole vowing to take
Oh
Canada
shit!
back.
Online
Something
reporting
many
system.
liken
I'm
to
a little
US
slow.
President Trump's
We should start
Make
using that
America
on these
Great
friggin'
Again
cars.
slogan. Ontario Premier Doug Ford offering his congratulations to O'Toole, saying, "I look forward to working with you as we move forward in rebuilding
Oh,
and
so you got your
strengthening
Twitter page,
Ontario's
and
economy."
you got COVID
Reporting
updates.
live,
You're
Jamie
not
Hope
the
for
source for
680
any of
News.
this.
680
Oh,
News
mental
time,
health and addiction
6:05.
strategy 2019.
Raptors fans had their
Problem is you're not
brooms
mental
out
health
last night.
experts.
Toronto with
How
its
do
first
you
ever
have a mental health and
playoff
addiction
series sweep for the
strategy
victory
when the
over
whole world is
Brooklyn
screaming at
Nets?
you
But
for
the
not knowing what to
celebration
do
was
with either
muted
of
as
those
the
things?
team awaits word on an injury to Kyle Lowry. Our Simon Bennett has more.
The Raptors have looked fantastic since arriving in the bubble. 7-1 to wrap the season and 4 straight to
Toronto
eliminate Brooklyn,
Police
who never
Memorial
really challenged.
Wall.
The bench with a record 100 points as they won 150-122 last night. But then there's the
You are
status
out.
of
We'll be
Kyle
right
Lowry.
out.
Keep your eye on
Wall.
Kyle Lowry.
Hieroglyphics made of rocks, petrol. So there's
That happened in the first
petroglyphics.
quarter. He tried to keep going and left moments later, did not return. The team says he is having an MRI on the arch of his left foot, not his ankle. That could be significant. Sportsnet's Michael Graves.
To have that to be the area of concern, he's just, fingers crossed, it's just kind of a mild strain, but, we'll have to wait and see. But it did make me a little anxious there.
He has a few days to rest. Game 1 against the Celtics in the second round isn't until Thursday. I'm Simon Bennett.
Well, certainly is the kind of scene that immediately causes some anxiousness and panic. A wave of sand and dust coming crashing down the Scarborough Bluffs on a sunny afternoon. And our Carl Hansky joining us live down from the Bluffs with more on the story and where things actually stand.
I don't know what those things on the side are, but
Yeah,
that's...
Steve, good morning. Well, thankfully, there were no people under the section of the bluffs that collapsed yesterday, so there were no reported injuries. But the section
Get
of
caught
the
driving some
Scarborough Bluffs
next
down by
man
Lookout
shit,
Point
bro.
here
You're gonna
sealed
think
off
you
this
saved
morning.
money.
It was that area of the cliff that broke away yesterday.
Guess
came
what?
crashing
You'll
down
never
some
prove it
nearby
was him.
beachgoers, as you
Oh,
mentioned,
for
hit by
sure.
the wave
It's
of
you.
dust. Toronto Fire says these bluffs are basically a giant sand structure and stuff falls off all the time. That's why people are constantly being told, being warned to stay away from the edge, don't climb over the barriers to take a photo or take a selfie. It's extremely dangerous, and here's why. A section you could have been on there when it collapsed. Reporting live at the Bluffs, Carl Hansky, 680 News.
680 News. Back to school during COVID-19.
With just over 2 weeks to go
Oh, it's
until
acceptable
the
because
first
it's
day of
Dutch
class, the
spelling
Halton District
pronunciation,
School
right?
Board is the
News.
latest in the GTA to speak out against the province's back-to-school plan. 680's Laura
Yeah,
Carney reports. Trustees of the
they
Halton
wanted to say,
District
oh,
School
well, you're
Board
just
sent a letter
black
to the
thinking that.
Education Minister
Oh, you're
calling on the
just,
province
yeah,
to
you're
end the
Dutch.
plan
That's
they
kind of
call
funny.
highly confusing.
Put the map
The
on
letter
there.
points to
And I know you're a
several items
Nazi.
of concern in the plan, including the option to use reserve funds for smaller class sizes. The trustees estimate the board would need 1,200 additional teachers to shrink elementary school classes to 15 students. But with only $7 million from reserves available that isn't already set aside for building upgrades, the trustees say works out to about 78 new teachers, less than one per school. Meantime, now that the Toronto District School Board has finalized its back-to-school plan, families will be asked this week to register their kids for either in-person classes or remote learning. Registration will be open from Wednesday until Saturday. I'm Laura Carney.
Probably won't be surprised by this one, but we did tie a heat record in the city with temperatures reaching 31.7 degrees
Remember,
yesterday.
the guy that called the cops said, I'm
Previously
so-and-so's
set
informant.
23rd.
And the guy I'm calling about that I pointed my gun at said he's U.S. Army. He said he's a police officer.
38 when you factor in that humidity.
Rafael Soloso tried to break my fucking ribs.
Likely not record-breaking. Heat warning continues for Toronto, parts of the GTA, including Burlington, Oakville, and Mississauga. Will become less humid tonight and tomorrow, and then noticeably cooler By Wednesday, morning temperatures near 15 and a high of 21.
Jill says we've seen about 33 days now of 30-degree temperatures. On average, we typically see about 16 days.
I gotta run.
A woman has life-threatening injuries after she was hit by a vehicle at Winston Churchill and the College Way in Mississauga. The police were called to the scene around 9:45 last night. The driver involved did stay on scene. Witnesses or anyone with dash cam footage is being asked to come forward.
You're listening to 680 News. Well, 2 young women have received tickets for trespassing after they were caught recording a TikTok video on train tracks in Mississauga. Peel police were called out to the area of Argentia and 10th Line around 5 yesterday afternoon after getting reports of 2 women lying on the tracks and taking selfies. Now, when they arrived, they found the woman filming a dance video. Police tweeting, quote, "We're big supporters of the arts. We are not big supporters of people risking their lives for dramatic performances."
In any way, shape, or form. Every single expression of the arts in this city has had
they say. They got called out to another report of people on some train tracks near Lakeshore and Cawthra about 3 hours later.
If they're persecuted, had to fight, tell the cops to fuck off.
Toronto police are looking for a man wanted in connection with 2 sexual assaults on the TTC.
Yeah, they tried raining on them.
Police say a man
Why the
on
fuck
a
the
bus
cops
in the
get
Finch and
involved?
Sentinel Road
It
area
fills the seats.
was seated
Why
across
do
from a
you
woman
care? It
when
fills
he
the seats.
exposed himself while performing an indecent act. A second similar incident happened August 11th on a subway. Police believe the same man is responsible.
680 News Time, 610. Helping you navigate our new world.
And looking forward to
Officer Nans, you're trying to tell me you're not this and you're not that. Well, okay, but do me a favor and don't clean the brush around the fire. Don't clean up the guard for me, okay?
No matter your sleep style. So whether you're a toasty sleeper,
We didn't make a treaty with some fucking new fucking Nazi Japanese wannabe. Yeah, you got the white face, but the Japanese skull. Fumo. I talk like crackhead, cause you act like crackhead.
Mix and match is back for a limited time only at Sleep Country.
Yeah, these people here, they're not getting up. They've been up all night. Like everybody, looking out the windows, watching your dumb asses.
680 News Time, 611.
Time now for traffic and weather.
All these retards have cameras on them.
Valley North Toyota. Here's Kyle Hawking.
Well, all of our overnight construction is gone. We just have one issue. It's on the westbound QEW approaching Dixie. Still a vehicle blocking the right lane. Crews there and a couple of crew members walking around. So just keep an eye out through that area. Also, westbound QEW from Winston Churchill to west of Ford Drive. There is maintenance here. It's not overnight maintenance, though. It is set up until the early afternoon, likely. The left lane is blocked in this area. But no delay through this stretch, and you will find a pretty smooth drive everywhere else. It hasn't really started to build with volume just yet on our major routes, but I'm keeping an eye on all the usual spots. So far, if you're on the roads, your drive is still pretty good. Right now at Don Valley North Toyota, lease or finance from as low as 0% on select models. It's Toyota Red Tag Days. Visit DonValleyNorthToyota.com. Your next report at 6:21, and with the forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
Well, just one more day with this high heat and humidity. A fair amount of sunshine for us today. Just a slight chance, a very small chance of some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. There is a higher chance overnight. Our guaranteed high 30 will feel like 38, 20 for the low. And then early tomorrow morning, the chance of that wet weather. Then we'll start to clear, less humid, becoming less humid anyway. 27 will feel like 32. And right now, it feels closer to 30 in many areas this morning. 21 degrees, mainly clear at Pearson. 22 at 680 News. Our guaranteed high, 30. 680 News Time, 6:13.
Now time for the Scotia iTrade Market Minute. Let's check into the Business Center. Good morning, Chris McCusker.
We've got futures markets looking at gains to start the day. Dow futures up by 232, S&P futures up by 24, NASDAQ futures up by 104. And keep in mind, the S&P and the NASDAQ closed at records on Friday. The TSX coming off a losing session. It's very likely to get a boost from the gold stocks. Gold is higher by $9, $19.56. Oil up by 31 cents, 42.65. And the Canadian dollar higher by 13/100, 76.02 cents.
Oh, I got tackled by cops in front of the whole block.
Chris McCusker.
You're fucking finished, boy.
Scotia iTrade.
This dumbass comes off.
And begin your investing journey from home today. Learn more at ScotiaITrade.com.
And still to come on 680 News.
Honoring a basketball legend. Yesterday would have been his birthday. Today is Kobe Bryant Day in California.
680 News Time, 6:14.
Summers are meant for fun and relaxation. So why not take a break from the kitchen and order in some Jimmy the Greek to enjoy in the comfort of your backyard patio? Every day we're serving up fresh and delicious favorites like chicken souvlaki, gyros, Greek salad, spinach cheese pie, or choose from one of our wide variety of delicious meals, pitas, or salads. Open for takeout or delivery. Look for us on Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Skip the Dishes. And remember, when you're craving something great, you know what to say.
Gimme Jimmy.
You're driving curiously down a dirt road, lost on purpose. You pull over at the crest of a hill to gaze at a ruby red.
Stop dreaming. Start driving. Red Tag days are here. Lease a 2020 RAV4 all-wheel drive LE for as low as $104 weekly at 3.99% APR for 39 months with $0 down. Visit your local Ontario Toyota dealer for more details.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
It's clear right now in 22 in downtown Toronto. Good morning. I'm Steve Roberts.
And I'm Sarah Parrots. Here are the top stories this hour.
Aaron O'Toole has won the leadership of the federal Conservative Party. In his victory speech early this morning, O'Toole made it a point of introducing himself to Canadians who haven't yet voted for Conservative, saying that he'll be working hard for their best interests as well. A portion of the Scarborough Bluffs still closed off after a wall of sand came crashing down yesterday at the Bluffs. Thankfully, no one was hurt. And coming up after sports, the Democrats have made their case, and now it's the other side's turn. Time now, though, for 680 Sports, and from Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
On va aussi parler ce matin avec vous des manifestants qui se sont mobilisés dans 10 villes du pays hier, dont Toronto, pour réclamer la régularisation d'un plus grand nombre de travailleurs migrants.
Oui, ils exigent l'établissement du programme récemment annoncé par le gouvernement fédéral qui permet à certains réfugiés qui travaillent dans le système de santé d'accéder à la résidence permanente. Les manifestants soutiennent que toutes les personnes sans statut qui travaillent souvent dans les services essentiels devraient être incluses. On écoute Karen Coe, qui est membre d'une coalition de défense des droits des migrants.
Primary for intake management entry unit prime. Once along here. This is how Canada works, okay? They are telling you it's not going to be about going in any other way anymore. It says here you can't go into any Toronto police facility whatsoever.
Et les manifestants ont demandé qu'un plan pour la régularisation soit annoncé lors du prochain discours du trône à Ottawa, discours qui est prévu en septembre.
Merci beaucoup, Annie. Météo, on a 21 degrés ce matin. Je peux vous dire que c'est déjà assez chaud. On a un avertissement de chaleur, en fait. Avertissement de chaleur qui frappe Toronto, Hamilton, aussi le sud-ouest de la province. On nous dit qu'une masse d'air très chaud va continuer à affecter la région du Golden Horseshoe, donc aujourd'hui. Des températures maximales diurnes de près de 31 degrés Celsius, un humidex de près de 38 à 39. Les températures sont plus basses de quelques degrés mardi, alors qu'il y aura un passage d'un front froid. Mais voilà, il va faire chaud aujourd'hui. Je m'en venais à vélo ce matin, encore une fois, et je peux vous dire que la chaleur et l'humidité étaient déjà au rendez-vous parce que si je vous dis 21 à l'heure actuelle, à 6h17, ben, il y a quand même un humidex de 28. On va avoir 31 au cours de la journée, alternance de soleil-nuage avec 40% de probabilité d'averse cet après-midi. On nous parle même d'un risque d'orage cet après-midi, bien qu'on aura du soleil ce matin. Et bon, voilà, maximum de 31, humidex 38, c'est la journée devant nous. Il va faire chaud, mais au cours de la semaine, ça va vraiment descendre. D'un jour à l'autre, ça va descendre par des températures beaucoup plus modérées.
Just remember, I gave your, what do they call the higher up officer when you're riding with them? Escort. 4 fucking chances to take the knife from you. And your dumb ass is grinning. He's literally doing that. Because he thinks the guy's looking at me and not him. And he's literally doing it. I'm not joking.
Estival, lui, c'est ce que j'entends là.
The dumbass took it from me, didn't give me a receipt. Did not give it to the commanding officer either.
Qui ont fait battu un
Commanding
record.
officer refused to take it from him.
C'est déjà dans l'absolu un groupe qui fracasse les records plus que
Where's
toutes
the
ces
receipt?
sorties
The
et aussi bien
property
en
you took.
concert que
No matter if
les
it's a
sorties
weapon, you
d'albums
still
sont
have to give a
toujours suivies
receipt.
par plusieurs centaines
You
de
got a
personnes.
$3,000 hunting
La
rifle. The
vidéo
cop
de
just takes it. He doesn't
n'a
give
pas
you a
dérogé
receipt.
à la règle puisqu'elle est apparue sur YouTube jeudi.
Cops are
Et
just
c'est plus
allowed
de
to steal
3
from people.
millions de personnes à la fois qui l'ont regardé au moment même de sa publication. Mais en fait, le groupe a établi un record puisque c'est le premier à avoir une de ces vidéos regardée par plus de 100 millions de personnes durant la première heure de publication sur YouTube. Oui, 100 millions de
Jesus
personnes.
Christ, did I just catch a fucking copyright strike for this bullshit? I don't know what the fuck they're playing in the background. I wasn't listening. Did that play over everything I just fucking said? God damn. So, I gave this pussy four fucking chances to take the knife off the fucking inferior officer, and he didn't. Yeah, both of them fucked up because he didn't write me the receipt. He took my property. They took a $3,000 hunting rifle from you. You just gonna let them without giving you a receipt? Really? So therefore, I'm supposed to? So. The incident start date and ended. Who says it ended? Please, in bold, create a separate property entry. All caps, 4. In bold, caps, each piece of property that you are reporting stolen. Hold on. You steal 1,000 pairs of socks to get a report every single pair, every single individual sock? Or is it every pair? That's each piece. Are you fucking retarded? You wrote this. You fucking retards. Oh, Toronto Police does this in-house. Their retardation on their internet site is in-house. Remember, their homepage is nothing more than don't talk to us about COVID and fucking their Twitter page. Look, does it load? No. It doesn't load. Oh, that's because of you. No, it's not. I can run Twitter on this phone, so what's wrong here? You come back, oh God, you use JavaScript. Why did you make it that way? Everything you can do with JavaScript, you do with DHTML. You make an iframe with... No, you didn't. You didn't use this. Did the page get made out of JavaScript or HTML or XML? Public Safety Data Portal calls for service. C4S. This is interesting. What is this? Well, okay. Sorry, welcome to the Toronto Police Service live calls for service. Blah, 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 blah. Let's do this at the top. This website shows where the Toronto Police Service has responded to a call for service. Some calls for service will be or are being excluded for privacy reasons, including calls respecting, it's regarding, you fucking moron. Wow. Respecting domestic violence, sexual assault, or medical distress. Do that again. Okay, welcome to the Toronto Police Service live calls for service website. Check this out. On this site, you will see real-time mapping of locations where police have responded to a call for service. It's a service call. A service call. These calls include it. Well, no, that would be if you went and did the service call. It'd be a service call. They don't. They responded. Huh? Hello, we're responding. These calls include incidents such as arrests, comma, gun calls, comma. Hold on a second, that's not illegal. Collisions involving people and property, comma, assaults. That one goes last, you know. Assaults, industrial accidents, or disputes. I'm having an industrial dispute. And you repeat here, some calls for service will, okay, we just read that. So if I bookmark this, I can come back here.
Including KitchenAid dishwashers. Energy rebate funded by the Government of Canada.
This is live.
September 30th. Shop from home at TescoAppliance.ca.
Come say hello, Tesco Pro at Tesco.
Our meteorologists at 680 News take pride in getting things right with all the latest weather.
Each dot is visible for 4 hours, whether police are still on scene or not, and the site is refreshed every 3 minutes.
You could win over $9,000.
Enter the 680 News weather guarantee now at 680news.com/contest.
And this portion of 680 News for the Herzig Eye Institute. Well, yesterday would have been Kobe Bryant's 42nd birthday, but today in California, it's Kobe Bryant Day, which has a lot of his former teammates remembering the basketball legend who died tragically earlier this year. Our Jeff Verholman with more on.
Fuck off. Disclaimer, close that. Okay, North York. 13, 12, 31, 11. There is one call in 11 division 4 hours ago. What happens if do I do this? What happens if I tap on it? Person with a knife. Can you stop? Like, I know you do this on purpose to make it impossible. It's dumb. Oh. I wasn't near Randolph Street, pussy, and I wasn't on the West Toronto Rail Path either. How the fuck? Okay, so. Oh. 2:30:35. So it will disappear in 4 minutes.
You're calling for information about COVID-19. Please visit the City of Toronto
No one is calling you for that.
Toronto.ca or call the Toronto
No
Public Health
one.
Hotline.
It's not
Monday to Friday,
.cia
8:30
either.
a.m.
It's
to 8
.ca,
p.m.
you fucking retard.
338-7600. Or telehealth Ontario, who are available 24/7
No, they're
at
not.
1-866-797-0000. Thank you for calling the Toronto Police Service. If this is a call for emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you know the extension of the person you would like to reach, please dial it now. If you want to report a crime, file a report, or require any other police assistance, press 0 or stay on the line and an operator will be
You
with
told
you
me to
shortly.
call this number.
If you've been
If I have
involved in
information about this
collision in
call.
the City of Toronto, press 2. If you're calling regarding city services including animal complaints, noise complaints, fallen trees, or bylaw issues, press 3. If your call is related to parking matters, press 4. If you're calling regarding clearance letters, press 5. If you know the name of the division or the person you wish to speak to, press 6. For information regarding the Citizen Online Report Entry, or CORE, press 7.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Toronto Police Communications.
Well, I dialed this number because it says on the calls for service website to dial this number if we have information about one of these calls. The one that says person with a knife, D11, at the West Toronto Rail Path and so forth, I'm going to tell you something right now. That person that called you, he's supposed to be one of your informants, but he's a drug dealer with a gun trying to rob people because he's a crackhead. He tried to rob a peace officer on duty. That's what happened there. Go look into that. Go look into that, buddy, because we're gonna handle it.
Okay, why don't you call the Crime Stoppers then anonymously?
I just told you he's an informant. His handler showed up in process, and that's why the man still has a gun. You're not listening.
Okay.
Do you understand the word corruption? You understand we're peace officers.
I don't know why you're calling here and talking about a number of different things.
I'm not talking about a couple different things. This call that happened, I'm telling you because it says to call this number.
Are you looking at this information?
Okay, this call's recorded, right?
Yes.
Okay, so at the end of this, the website that says calls for service, Toronto Police Service, one of the calls here, it says call this number I just dialed if I have any information. The man that dialed 911 and reported someone with a knife, he had a gun trying to rob a peace officer on duty.
How do you know that he dialed 911? That information is complete.
Because he came running out of the building to come talk to the cops. Everybody saw him. He tried to. I don't know why you're asking me a question. Let me finish a sentence, bro. If you got a question, he tried to rob. Hello.
You're calling here.
Yes, I'm calling here because I was directed to by your website.
Okay.
I was directed to call you by your website, right?
What was the address of the call?
It's the only housing block on Perth. Okay, it says it's the only call for a person with a knife in D11 that says Perth, Randolph, West Toronto Rail Path. Okay, I'm going to get back to finishing my sentence now.
I'm going to do 11 Division.
I'm not asking for 11 Division because those officers are who are making sure this man is still on the street. As soon as you say corruption, send him right back to the officer you're talking about. Try and report an officer for corruption. Hey, wait, all the calls are recorded. I'm going to say that again. They roll around and go, we're the police, we're the biggest gang. Whose streets? Our streets. No one will ever listen to our phone calls. Do you know how I know about all the corruption of the police? Reading about it, growing up in the news. The average age of these police officers is like 22. They literally weren't old enough to know those things happening. Did they tell them? No, they don't tell them. Why would they tell them? I don't know why you're calling talking about different things. I'm not calling talking about different things. Oh, for fuck's sakes. You make a website that don't fucking work on top of it all. You do understand people would like to see this table that goes with the map? Oh, fuck. This is useless. This is fucking useless. I know it's police officers that actually make the website here, so this is how I know you're retarded, man. Holy fuck. What's my phone doing now? Yeah, it's responding to touch inputs. I'm not giving it. No, it's not the cracked screen, or it would do it all the fucking time in a consistent manner. So they don't want us to see any of the calls going on. That's interesting. So, oh, I got the screenshot. That's fine. It says LNW, Perth, and Randolph. West, I don't know what that means. West Perth, North Randolph. But this LN is a lane. I wasn't in a lane. I was right on Perth. It was right at the entrance to Perth and fucking Bloor. If I were not saying my mom's a police officer, you think I get a different response? Depends. Do I say black police officer, and what color is that cup? So I'm gonna go help out the coffee shop people. You pussy hoes have no idea what you're doing. You see me do everything they tell a civilian to do. Did I not just do it all? They won't identify themselves. Every time you say an officer has committed a crime, oh, I'll forward you to him right now. They were doing that on 911 2 weeks ago. They stopped doing that. That cop ain't in no more. No one waving his gun at me with people behind me. You fucking dummy. Yeah, the cop that waved his gun at me, I need to know if he's working today so I know if I'm allowed to go out or not. Oh, I'll send him to your house right now. this channel. Unless YouTube deleted it, as they're wont to do. They delete videos of mine randomly. I don't know why. I don't know what subject matter it is. If somebody presses a report and the guy that works at YouTube, he's a nigger. Yeah, video guy. I know you got Nazis working there. You're owned by Google. You left an impression on me. Yeah, Nazi on now. All right, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jews from Austria that are actually from Africa. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, Middle East. You know what? Middle East is a term of convenience invented by the U.S. if you were what you claim you are, yeah, we're African. But you ain't got pigment in your skin. You got them weird fucking eyes. Don't even tell me you don't. Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because I'm Afro-Dutch. I wouldn't know. How the fuck would an Afro-Dutch know what a fascist is? So, we tried to resolve it. And you see how they pushed it back on the informant. No, it's his problem. He's not running around that neighborhood with a gun. He's not living in that building with a gun. He don't live there. He don't live there. A First Block Crip, don't know a Parkdale Crip. To see one walking, he tried to rob a nigga dressed like this. Dumbass. He tried to turn around. I pulled a knife on him. You pulled a knife on you? Oh, you did not. Now you pulled a knife on me that you turned around with a knife and some brush in your hands. Why didn't you watch the videos? You couldn't have watched the videos. You weren't there long enough. You saw me with brush. Can you do me a favor? Do me a favor and not do that? No. I said, go find out the last orders from General Vance and the Governor General. Oh, all those people are under investigation. I can't listen to nothing other than their last orders. I'm gonna keep doing what I was doing, huh? You pussies fuck off. You came on private property to do that? Well, it's only public property if you consider the landlord to be, but they don't. It's not a public access building. Public property and public access is not the same. There used to be a very simple concept. Now it's different.
100 points. 100 points is the thing. They needed a lot of them. Their heart and
Romy Vaugeois, qui justement parle de manière générale du phoque, mais aussi du festival. On écoute donc un extrait de ma conversation avec Romy Vaugeois.
Les populations de phoques sont super abondantes dans l'océan Atlantique. C'est des produits de super bonne qualité et qui sont utiles pour la santé. C'est très bon nutritif, ça vient de chez nous. Il y a quand même beaucoup de communautés pour qui c'est très important. C'est que l'industrie continue d'évoluer. Donc, je trouve ça bien aussi de faire une différence à ce niveau-là.
Vous avez le sentiment que les gens connaissent suffisamment la viande de phoque parce que le festival en est à sa 3e édition. Quand vous parlez au public, quand vous le rencontrez, j'imagine qu'il y a de l'intérêt, mais est-ce que les gens sont habitués à cette viande-là?
Non, en fait, c'est encore, même si c'est la 3e année qu'on organise le festival, c'est encore vraiment une viande méconnue. Puis on part de loin pour plusieurs personnes. Il y en a qui croient que le phoque est en voie d'extinction quand c'est totalement le contraire. Fait que, on leur explique que la viande est consommée, puis que c'est super bon, puis la traiter correctement. Mais les gens ne savent pas comment la cuisiner. Donc, on est encore à l'étape plus où les gens vont le laisser dans des restaurants en entrée. Puis là, ça va leur donner une petite idée aussi de
I don't know why you're calling this number because it says it on the website. Yeah, but I don't understand why you're calling this number. Talk about different things. More than one thing. I'm not. Talk about one thing.
Mais dans les autres provinces,
these are the people that had to work the phones. They don't understand the concept of a phone. Oh, well, you keep talking over me. It's literally impossible for me to talk over you because this here means if you're making noise, we'll hear it. If you're not making noise and I start talking and you make noise, we don't hear it. Period. Oh, it's muted. We can hear it, but just barely.
Ben, en fait,
Oh, you're talking over me. You interrupted me 3 times. No, your counting is correct. You interrupted me 3 times, and you're trying to make me think that I'm a white guy. I'll just bow down to women. The fuck are you talking about? You're a host guy. You're a whore, just like your mom was. That's why you talk like a ghetto half-breed. That's why you became a cop, because none of the black people from the ghetto accepted you. You're hurting your fucking feelings, white girl. I hope so. Every fucking day I gotta tell these girls to fuck up. Oh, she looks at it. They're not like crazy in love with me when they do everything I want. No, the fuck you are. You need to get the fuck out of my face. Why do you keep accidentally ending up in my fucking way? I'm wearing the dispensary shirts. You are dumb.
Essentiellement de Terre-Neuve.
I'll shank you just to fucking get that shirt as a trophy. You have no idea.
Voilà que c'est
So I hope you enjoyed watching, Mr. Agent, man. Because I know the video get deleted. You'll just leave this one on too, and you can pretend you're watching too.
L'industrie a aussi beaucoup évolué là, depuis les dernières années. Avant, c'était une industrie qui était vraiment beaucoup orientée autour de la fourrure. Le marché de la fourrure ayant tombé, c'est plus les oméga 3, les suppléments qui sont intéressants maintenant. Il faut dire que la viande, c'est un très petit pourcentage de l'animal. Donc, quand il y a vraiment plus de gras que de viande. C'est aussi une viande qui est quand même difficile à aller chercher.
He took a razor blade an eighth of an inch because it's a weapon. Telling me about and I said, what about pens and pencils? It's on the video.
Et justement, parlez-nous un peu du festival. À quoi est-ce que ça va ressembler exactement?
It's aluminum, bro. It's not even magnetic. They can't remove it without manually grabbing.
Mais quand un festival porte une viande en particulier, comment est-ce que ça se passe?
Oui, ben,
I hope you cut yourself with it because you got my blood and fucking rust all over it. I've been using it to cut shit bags. You have no idea, bro.
Monsieur, madame, tout le monde. Donc, c'est la formule, mais on voulait, c'est la formule entrée avec un pairing d'alcool qui accompagne soit un verre de vin qui accompagne bien la viande.
You ever wonder why there's a whole subculture of people that study how to kill people for zero cost, like not putting no money into it?
Il y a Montréal, il y a la ville de Montréal, Québec, Saint-Jean, il y a un restaurant à Sherbrooke, aux-Îles-de-la-Madeleine. Donc, il y a quand même plusieurs villes qui se sont rajoutées cette année. Les restaurants, pendant 10 jours, du 10 septembre au 19 septembre, vont servir l'entrée avec le pairing d'alcool.
So maybe they're just attracting it. Like they say, oh, maybe it's attract coons. It's already they call coons. Attract coons or something. Didn't Davy Jones run around with that? No,
c'était
that's
donc
bullshit.
René Bourgeois du Seals and Selling
Was that
Network,
John
un
Smith and
organisme
John Doe?
non lucratif qui fait la promotion des produits de phoque. Je rappelle que le festival du phoque a lieu du 10 au 19 septembre dans au moins 3 provinces. On parlait de Terre-Neuve, du Québec, de l'Ontario. Ici à Toronto, le restaurant Antler Kitchen and Bar participe à ce festival. C'est un restaurant qui est situé dans le centre-ville de Toronto. Pour plus d'informations sur ce festival, on peut se rendre à l'adresse Sales and Selling, tout attaché, salesandselling.net.
Merci beaucoup, Elvis. Et n'allez pas trop loin parce que dans un instant, je vais vouloir tout savoir. Ne me cachez rien. Donne-moi tous les détails sur la Ligue des champions hier qui s'est terminée avec la victoire du Bayern Munich. Et je vais vouloir qu'on analyse ça dans les moindres détails. Mais tout d'abord, une chanson de Fishback, une autre que moi.
The man in the US says he makes $36,500 a year doing that. Do the math quickly. It's $100 a day every day. He claims it, which means he pays the taxes on it. You tell me again I didn't make $5,000 last year? You realize $8,000 in my pocket right now would help me accomplish some things with these people, though. Kind of tell me what mental health medications I'm on. That is the 6th, 7th, or 8th fucking Nazi Italiano to come out of the blue telling me, oh, you're mentally ill. You should be on the medications. The medications you should be on. The ones we prescribed you. Fill in the blank, buddy. Finish the sentence. Because you say Italy, the fucking head of fucking all things medicine, is not, never was. Who got hurt worse by this? All you superior, superior, everything. We're the ultimate of whites. There are no black Italians. No. Shh, don't talk about that. Oh, you run the world, and all you do is just build the money up in accounts for some reason. Why? You just want the world to be poor. It won't be white, so you're going to impoverish it. That's why we don't use your money. That pisses you off the most, eh? The Italianos, even the black can't figure out how to rob us because we never have money. We never have anything they can convert to money. Well, you can take the dope. There'll be some problems coming with that. You're going to take anything. You're not going to get your hands on nothing you think you will. That's why that fucking Rafael Loso is so upset at me. I picked him right out of the bunch. Why are you telling me I'm supposed to be on that? Why are you telling me I'm not U.S. Army? Why are you telling me that? And this other nigga thought, oh, you controls to be black. Yeah, I'm on the payment plan, stupid. That's how I got sickle cell. 2 black parents. This is the cops that are telling me they're people of color. Oh, white people get sickle cell too. It's an iron deficiency. No, it's not. It's not a deficiency of anything. It's oxygen. But that's not a deficiency. I don't know how to, it's a different word. It's not being able to get enough oxygen. It's not deficiency like, oh, you aren't taking in enough. If you just breathed enough, you'd be fine. That's what a deficiency is. If I didn't have enough iron, I wouldn't be able to physically make enough black, make all the blood in the world. The hemoglobin's bad because it's black. And I must have the rare strain of the shit because somehow it went in 2 different directions and came back over the ocean. I don't know how that happened. It's in black girls. That's what it is. Afro-Dutch girls, you can't fucking get over that. They hate that too because they can't deny it's Afro-Dutch. Even the pussy that called proved how white he is by not recognizing that I'm black by seeing my hair. He tried to jump me twice from behind. Hello? He saw the hair. He knows I'm black. He's presenting himself as black. Fuck off. I don't care if this works or not.